So our main concern and the first thing that we need to consider when descending is safety. To get downhill in one piece is obviously faster than ending up in that barrier. Now behind me we have a hairpin. Now this hairpin is in the shadows. It's still damp from yesterday, a lot of rain yesterday, so this is probably not one that I want to go absolutely flying around. For a wet road like this, I need to make sure that my braking happens a little bit earlier and I take a little bit less speed into the corner. Now this corner has the added disadvantage of all of these trees. That means that I can't actually see what's coming up the road. Some alpine climbs and big mountains, you can see all the way down it, and that makes it a lot easier to judge what's coming up the road. So again, because of the lack of visibility, I'm not really going to send it into this corner.
When descending, the best thing that you can do is relax. Taking the tension out of your shoulders and arms translates directly into how the bike handles. A relaxed upper body will allow your bike to move as it needs to underneath you, and as you practice this, the feeling will become natural. The high speeds of descents might be scary at first, but as you become accustomed to the wind noise and the sensation of higher speeds, it will be easier to loosen your grip on the handlebar and relax those shoulders. Looking further ahead than usual will really help here. It will give you the time needed to spot corners coming up and react to them, helping to make the speed more manageable. If in doubt, scrub off a bit of speed with some gentle braking to reset yourself, and then you can build the speed back up. The idea is to stay in control and build confidence gradually. Your body position on the bike is also very important when heading downhill. The most common advice is to settle into the drops, as this will give your hands easy access to the brake levers and also give you the most powerful braking. But getting your body low on the bike will also drop your centre of gravity, making you more stable. Tucking your head down is the easiest way to get aero and add speed. Holding this position can be tricky at first, but a bit of practice goes a long way and you'll soon have it nailed. As you approach a corner, it's time to get set up. Bringing your head and torso up out of the aero position helps with braking, as you effectively become an air brake. In this position, you can get on the brakes and scrub off some speed before you get into the corner. Your outside foot should be down, and it's best to put your weight through this foot while simultaneously putting pressure on the inside handlebar drop. Once you've done your braking, start to lean into the corner and glide through, going from a wide entry towards the apex and back to a wide exit. Start with this technique and build the speed in. That way you shouldn't get caught out. A bicycle will generally go in the direction that you're looking, so make sure that you look at the exit point of a corner rather than the big scary tree that you don't want to crash into. It is one of the most basic points and one of the easiest to practice. Once you are able to comfortably look through a corner, the speed should build easily. On straight sections, looking up the road will help you to scan for potholes, gravels and other such stuff that you don't really want to be hitting at speed. This ties in with our advice on being relaxed that we mentioned earlier, and it really does all tie together. We find that pushing a descent is a great way to have a problem. Sure, you can stamp on the pedals out of every corner, but once you start trying to force the pace into corners, errors tend to follow close behind. To go faster, we'd advise aiming to nail your braking before the corner, then focus on letting the bike flow through the turn. Once you get into a rhythm with a few turns like this, the speed will come by itself. It's a tip that we recommend all the time for riding in wet conditions, but lowering your tyre pressure is also a great way to go faster through the corners. Do this and you'll have a larger contact patch on the tarmac. That gives you more grip and makes the bike less jittery over broken surfaces. There's nothing like riding off-road to make you realise just how much grip there is on tarmac. When grip is at a premium, you also learn to pick your lines more effectively, which translates really nicely onto roads where the surface isn't perfectly smooth. If you're looking to push the pace once you're comfortable on the descent, then hitting the brakes late and hitting them hard is a great trick to get faster. You'll need to be super quick with changing your body position before a corner and stick to the correct technique, but once you've got this nailed, you'll also have the skills to carve corners that come with very little space in between them.
Amazingly, I seem to have made it back in one piece. Now, I have to say that whenever I come to the mountains like the Dolomites, I do have to really work on my technique. It's something that you constantly work on. Remember to look around those corners and stuff like that. So this is not something that you just get overnight and it stays with you. If you've got any top tips for faster and safer descending, please leave them down in the comments below. They could really help someone else. If you like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. We've got loads of videos on our YouTube channel and there's loads of written advice over on the road.cc website.